the last games. I think we control better the game, the momentum of how to attack, when to attack. We control quite well transitions from Crystal Palace, but you know that they will have some situations because they are expecting to win that ball for transitions. We create some chances. We suffer 2 goals that we can avoid. Danger from Licha was hard on the team. So I think we play better than some games, but the result now you don't taste nothing good in this moment, but we are going to use for the next game.
Obviously not the result you wanted, but also a situation with Lisandro there, which was awful to watch sort of from the outside looking in. How is he, and is there any sort of update on him?
I think we are going to see in the next days, but I think it's a serious situation. It's really hard on us. He's not just a great player, but he's a strong character in the dressing room, and specifically in this moment he's hard on us. But now it's time for us, all of us, to help Licha like he helps us every day.
Seemed to shake everybody up as well, because he's not the kind of person who would react like that and be as upset as he was.
He felt it, and when you are a player, you know that when he's serious. Let's hope for better days for him. We are here, like I said, to help him in this difficult moment.
We wish him well. In another way today, you tried something with Kobe Mainu as a more forward-thinking player in that sort of front position. Why was that, and what did you make of how it worked?
We had some games without a lot of connections, with difficulty to transport the game for the last third, to stay more in the half of the opponent, and I think we did it today. We create some chances. Kobe gave us connections to bring the ball. We had more time to think the plays, because it was hard for them to find the players to press. So was in that, I think that idea worked in that moment. But when we don't win the game, like I said, we don't have any taste of good things. We'll have it tomorrow.
Clear frustration from the fans as well at full time, but how do you inject the positivity now into the games ahead and get the players playing the way you want to play?
It's quite normal for the fans to feel that way. It's a really hard season for the fans. The only thing that I know all to help is to focus on the next game and know that football can change in certain moments. We had a momentum before this game, then now we go a little bit down again. I will do the same thing, is prepare the next game, work on the way that we have been working on our idea, and move forward. Better days will come.
Ruben, thank you.
Yeah, so disappointment here at Old Trafford as Manchester United are defeated. A horrible way for it to happen. Phil, what do you think of that performance?
Yeah, first half I thought was comfortable, had plenty of possession without obviously not being too clinical in scoring goals. Thought we got in some really good areas, but just couldn't find the breakthrough. And then and second half, obviously a different story. I thought we was off the pace compared to the first half. I thought there was a chance for us to take the game on and go into second gear and take the game to Palace, but it was the other way around, and struggled with set pieces, and it's punished us again today.
After this today, Palace are now unbeaten in their last 8 Premier League away games. It's basically their longest run without a defeat on the road. And what do you think this team needs to do to try and stop other teams getting records like that?
Well, obviously do the basics well. I think obviously it's been our Achilles heel all season, is obviously defending set pieces, and I think obviously today we've been punished again from one. Obviously the first phase, second phase. But I think second half, I thought Mateta was a real handful, and it often happens in games when you go one down and you're chasing the game and you're trying to obviously to get the equaliser. You get done on the counter, and we've certainly done that. But if we've been brutally honest, we didn't stay with the runners. As soon as he breaks the line and gets beyond our defence, there it's a pretty easy square pass to Mateta, which is, it's unfortunate. It's frustrating because obviously, like I said, off the back of the first half performance, it was positive. We had a couple of chances and the energy was there. Unfortunately, second half it just wasn't.
You can be frustrated with it, especially when you look at the statistics of that game. So Manchester United had a total of 18 shots, but only 2 of them were on target.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Obviously, that's what that's the bread and butter. That's where you find margins in football, is scoring goals, and finding it hard to come by at the minute is goals, and you could see today obviously Mainu playing a more advanced role in that false nine position, but obviously I thought he did okay there. But obviously you got two centre forwards on the bench. Obviously must be scratching their head, wondering why they're not getting a run out. But the manager is obviously picked his system, which obviously worked really well first half, but obviously the strikers have to start coming to the party if we're going to start scoring and winning games.
It was gutting to see Lisandro Martinez get that injury. Obviously we don't know what the outcome of that is, but it was warming to see every single player go around him, the fans applaud him off. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's obviously really disappointing because he's obviously had his fair share of injuries since he's been at the club. But it's concerning the way he went down. Obviously he clutched his knee. We don't know too much about the injury yet. It's just obviously speculation that it might be his knee, but for the period of time that he was down, it looked pretty serious. So yeah, hopefully it's not serious, touch wood, because he's a key player for us. But yeah, it didn't look too good, and hopefully we wish him well. Hopefully he's on the mend pretty soon.
Well, he will be in the best hands as well. We've seen the first team physiotherapy team walking off with him. We've got all the tech at Carrington Training Complex. He'll get scanned straight away. It's good that we have that care with the backroom staff, isn't it? Yeah,
of course, and it's a process. I don't think obviously it's good to get the diagnosis straight away of what it is. He's in great hands of, like you say, the physios and the doctors. But obviously depending on what the actual injury is, like you said, they've got the facilities at the training ground where they hopefully can get diagnosis of what it is, and then he can get on the road to recovery. Like I say, in recent weeks he's been a big part for our team, scoring goals as well. So it's disappointing to lose him today, but hopefully it's not too serious, but it did look quite bad.
He was part of the group of players that were creating chances for us today. Agate, Cobby, Hoyland, they all took part in trying to get us a goal. Why do you think that didn't happen today, especially off the back of a great week for Manchester United?
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I think you get into key areas of the pitch and you've got to be clinical, Zara. I think we often got in areas where we're putting crosses in, little link-up playing around the box. We just couldn't find that breakthrough. And I think towards, obviously you go one down, I think your tactics probably change. I think we went direct a little bit too much to try and obviously get the equaliser, and I think we played into Palace's hands there. I think obviously defensively they've got some big lads in around the box and defending, putting high balls into the box probably wasn't the answer, but like I say, we often puffed, we just couldn't find a breakthrough.
I mean, educate me if it happened in your playing days, but did you ever think that there's a different mindset when you have a bit of a bogey team there? Because Manchester United are winless in their last 4 Premier League games against Palace. Do you think there's something to do with that, maybe?
Oh, no, I wouldn't read too much into it. I think obviously you have to show credit to them as well. Over the last couple of years, they've been a difficult opponent for us. But I'd fully expect us to come here today and beat this Palace side. I don't think it's the Palace side of yesteryear. I think, yeah, they've got some good players, individuals. I think Eze come off the bench today. I thought he was obviously outstanding when he come on. Obviously, first goal come from his cross. But they've got good players. There's no doubt about it. But it's the fixture that I'd expect us to come here today and win.
Especially when you've seen that starting lineup. We spoke about the differences that could happen there. We've obviously got Cobby Mainu in that role that people were talking about pretty much as to what was happening. It was a nice experiment. Do you think that that's going to happen again in the next game?
I thought he done okay, to be fair, but when you're looking at the game overall, and you're probably looking where your goals are coming from. Obviously, if you're playing a midfield player as a false nine, obviously you're not 100% sure if he's going to be in them areas where a striker would be. But I think he done okay. I thought, like I say, first half we was decent. We created enough chances to try and get a goal. But yeah, you look to the bench, and if he was a striker and there's a midfielder playing in front of you, centre forward, you'd be disappointed. That's natural. But like I say, just disappointing overall, because I felt obviously coming off the back of 3 wins. Coming into this game today, I was really confident, and it's just disappointing that we've lost again.